Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 16th to the 30th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Libra, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. All right, Libra. At the heart of it all, for the last half of June, is the Death card. Now, this is Scorpio energy. So if you're born on the cusp with Scorpio, if you have Scorpio in your chart, this is going to come through very powerfully. But this is a time of transformation. Things are going to feel maybe not as comfortable as you would like them to, like kind of like that old worn-in slipper feel. This is going to feel as if, things are changing, things are shifting, and you might not have your footing as fiercely or as strongly as you would like to. So just be mindful about this during this time. But there's this real sense of transformation, of deeper insights, of shedding an old skin, an old way of being, an old idea. And now you're stepping into yourself more. You're stepping into what it is that you really want and really love more and more. And as you do so, and the time frame for this, for Scorpio, is October 23rd to November 21st. So that's a powerful time frame for you. It moves you then to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the challenge. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, it can be that your logic and your passion are going to be at odds with each other just a bit. So just be mindful about that. You can want things to be super logical, and yet your passion, your creativity, your fire, your insight is like, no, this is where my success lies. This is what, this is why I'm here on this earthly plane. It doesn't have to be as logical as other people say that it must. So just be aware of this. Now, you can also be having a bit of difficulty with the fire sign energy. Again, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. But this is also an energy of saying, where's my creativity? Where's my passion? Where is my fire? Somebody else can be wanting to direct your passion to be more in alignment with what they want, with what they're looking for. So just be aware of this during this time. But letting yourself shine, letting yourself move forward, letting yourself embrace your magic in a way that isn't so black and white, right? It has to be this way or it has to be that way. That's going to be really important for you as well. It moves us then to where our focus is going to be on the last half of June. Now, this is the moon. The moon is Pisces energy, time frame February 19th to March 20th. And this is looking deeper into your dreams. The moon is ruled by, the Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and the moon also rules Cancer. So there's very interesting powers coming forward during this time, both water sign energies, which is really quite cool. And you're going to see dreams coming forward, but also dreams of what you love, dreams of what you're longing for. Your dreams are going to be speaking to you in a very open, very honest, very kind of raw way. Listen, that's going to be very important. But it can also be that we're afraid of what hasn't been already realized, meaning that we're afraid to take that leap of faith on where we want to be, how we want to move forward, what it is that we desire. And this is going to be a time where, again, embracing our inner magic, our inner passion, our inner fire, that is going to be so important for us. Now, the Death card, I like using the old ruler of Scorpio, and that is Mars. And that makes sense. You know, we think of Mars, we think of Aries, right? And that is the warrior being ruled by the god of war. This is the spy being ruled by the god of war. So here, there's going to be more insight, more intrigue, more needing to be quiet and listen before moving forward and looking at things from different angles. There can be one very obvious way that people are seeing things. You're going to be seeing it the less obvious way, but no less impactful. It moves us then to the energy that we're leaving behind. And this is the Knight of Wands. So again, with the fire sign energy, we're having a challenge embracing the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is embracing your magic, your fire, your passion, your determination. The Knight of Wands can be being very reactionary. So do be mindful about this, that we have been being rather reactionary up until this point. Now, this can be the point where things start to calm down. We start to stabilize ourselves. We start to be like, oh, but this is what I want, and this is the balance that I need, and this is the insight that I desire. Now, this is also, again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands is moving forward in our passion, but it can also be hot-headedness. So that can be part of a challenge that always arises with the wands. It can bring hot-headedness, just like the swords can bring an over-analytical way of dealing with things. We are ruled by the swords in the minor arcana that can make people think that we're a bit cold or a bit aloof or we don't care. So just be mindful about these energies coming forward. With the Knight of Wands that we are also leaving behind, it is this sense of I have to be pushing forward. I have to be in movement. Okay, the Queen already knows where she stands. And so here, this having to be in movement, having to be, pushing boundaries or looking at things differently, or, things changing all the time, that's going to be something that we are leaving behind. That's going to be something we just don't want anymore. And also the energies of people around us who are never satisfied, right? They're always changing. They're always mercurial. They're always, pushing the envelope with things. That energy could have been really intriguing to us once upon a time. It's just not right now. It moves us to our strength. And our strength here is the Two of Cups. And I love that for us because there's a balance with the Two of Cups that really harmonizes the Libra energy. We're all about balance. We're all about harmony. Our strength is our love. Now, a lot of times we don't see that as strength, or we can, we can feel rather defensive, right? My strength is love. My strength is my heart. And people can mock us for it. Oh, you're so sensitive. Oh, you're so emotional. Oh, you aren't as logical. And again, that can make us move because we are ruled by the swords, right? Into an overly logical way of being when the heart really does need to come forward. The heart and the mind always talk to each other. The lungs protect the heart, right? In acupuncture, in Tai Chi and Qigong, right? So here, when we have the voice protecting what we love, we're going to have our love and our voice moving forward. And so here, with the Two of Cups, there is this level of healing that is guiding us. There is this sense of coming together, and it's the two parts of ourselves. It's the masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves. It's the part of us that we show the world, and it's the part of us that we define ourselves by. And our strength during this time is going to be very healing. It is going to be very balanced. It is going to be calm. It is going to be loving, and it is going to be insightful. And there is going to be, this energy around us during this time of, is it necessary? Is it feeding me, right? Is it nourishing me, or is it overwhelming me? And we're going to be seeing that with our day-to-day life, with foods that we eat, with people that we are interacting with. And there is this need for a calm, for a balance to guide us forward. And that's going to be kind of like our North Star during this time. It moves us then to our near future. And this is judgment. This is also us coming out of the place of I'm going to be judging myself all the time, right? We can be very harsh on ourselves. We can be our own biggest critic. And so judgment comes in, and we are also starting to give ourselves permission to express, to create, to open up the doors, to say, oh, this is what I need, this is what I want. We are also going to be taking ourselves out of that box that we've put ourselves in for one reason or another, right? This is what success looks like. This is what prosperity looks like. This is what a proper person is supposed to be. If you're here, okay, one of the guiding rules that I try to live by, that Spirit and I try to promote on this channel is love and do no harm, right? Walk gently, walk peacefully, walk caringly on this earth. When we have ourselves boxed in, we're not caring for ourselves. We are trying to be what we think we are supposed to be, what success is supposed to be, what prosperity is supposed to be, what love is supposed to be, what happiness is supposed to be. But if it goes against our being, and again, if we do no harm, right? If we are kind, loving, compassionate people, and we let ourselves shine, we take ourselves out of a box, out of a despair that we were in, trying to be something we were not. And now we're letting ourselves be free. We're letting ourselves be authentic. I know that word is thrown around a lot, but it is an authentic sense of self that is moving us forward. And that's going to be our near future. It's like this just beautiful release. And it's like, no, but this is who I am. Like, this is what I love. And the advice for this time is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? Very down to earth, very practical energy is the Queen of Pentacles. But she is also dressed for success. Embrace your success. Look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of who you are. Let that radiate outwards. It doesn't mean that we're like, oh, okay, this is absolute perfection, right? We can be trying to improve and achieve and, strive and all that stuff. But we are planting our seeds and we are watching ourselves grow, expand, and gain an understanding that we didn't have before. The Queen of Wands is about our passions, right? The Queen of Pentacles is about our nourishment of ourselves. We can be having a bit of difficulty embracing our passion, letting our fire shine forward. But we are not going to be having any difficulty with nourishing ourselves, with looking at what it is that we want and giving it time and putting in the effort and saying, okay, this is what I need to do in order to get to the next place that I want to be in, the next place and the next place, and keep on accelerating, keep on expanding, keep on growing. The Queen of Pentacles, again, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you have that energy in your chart, if you're born on the cusp with Virgo, if you have earth sign energy in your chart, that's going to come through very powerfully and practically. If you have earth sign energy in your life, that person will come through very powerfully, but also with wisdom. You might not want to hear the wisdom because sometimes we just don't, but it's also, they're going to come through with wisdom that kind of like sticks, like Velcros to the back of our mind. And we're like, oh, that's going to come up later on. It moves us then to the environment that we're in. And we're in the Hermit. And I love how many Major Arcana cards you have, Major Arcana and Court cards. This is a very powerful time for you. There's nothing small about the last half of June. And the Hermit is Virgo energy. So there it is, that strengthening of that connection. If you're born on the cusp with Virgo, if you have Virgo in your life. But the Hermit is also turning inward and saying, what do I want? Where do I want to be? It's quieting the noise. We're ruled by Venus, okay? Taurus is also ruled by Venus. The Hermit, Virgo energy, is ruled by Mercury, voice. So as we embrace what we love and as we're grounding ourselves in love, what we're going to see here is that how we give voice to that love, how we give voice to that passion, but also how we give voice to ourselves, how we are defining ourselves to ourselves, how we are embracing our own inner meditation or energy or understanding of being. And it brings us then to our hopes and our fears. And this is the Two of Wands. We want the doors to open. We want more. We do. We want more. We want a bit of bit of an adventure. The repeat of the number 2 is heightened creativity also for this time. And what we're going to see is that we're afraid. We are afraid to walk through that fresh threshold, open up the doors, do something that's completely outside of our comfort zone. But we're also longing for it. So our fear is that we'll never do it. And we don't have to do something big. We can do something very small, and we can embrace that thoroughly. But here, it's like, don't be afraid to open the door and go after your dreams. Don't be afraid to think big. Don't be afraid to look at things in a different light and in a different way. And it moves us then to the outcome. And this is the 6 of Pentacles. This is things coming into balance financially for you, okay, with money or what you value as much as money. This is also you knowing your worth. You're going to stop underselling yourself, which is something that you have tended to do. The 6 of Pentacles is also looking at prosperity and at success. It's gaining a greater relationship with money, right? It's not like, money is the root of all evil, rich are awful, type of sentiment. It is the fair wealth coming forward. And yes, some rich people can be awful. Some, not rich people can be awful. Awfulness is a personality trait, right? It's personal. And what we're going to see here with the 6 of Pentacles is a balance coming in. And we're going to see ourselves healing when it comes to prosperity and success and bounty and abundance. And as we heal, we are going to see, again, doors opening. We fear that they're not, but as we heal our relationship with money and wealth and prosperity, we are going to see that doors open. And we're going to see that we let certain doors open that we were afraid to before. It's like, oh no, I couldn't possibly do this. And Spirit's like, why? Why can't you? Because Spirit is saying here, the impossible is possible. Dreams do come true, right? And all these cliche things that people say. But it is no longer looking at yourself and feeling like you are a bird whose wings are clipped. You're not. You're taking flight. And whether that means you are sailing across the world, right? Or you're staying in a small circumference, but you are owning your power and owning your strength and nothing is holding you back. That's all personal. This is your journey. And now this is your time of being like, this is what I want. And this is where I'm headed. It moves us then. There's a clearer insight that's moving you forward, Libra. It moves us then to spirit message, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the ostrich. The choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. And that's going to be really important. It's embracing the emotions, not sitting there and calling yourself silly or stupid or, I just have to be more practical about this. There are all different types of people in our world. We tend to elevate, society tends to elevate people who are very fierce and who are very seen and who can be rather have a bit of a bully in them. And if that's not your energy, that is really okay. It means that you're on a higher energy vibration than others. You don't have to prove as much all the time. And it can be that you are proving things to yourself, right? You're like, oh no, I have goals, I have dreams, I know what it is that I want. I do have to prove that I can stand there. But to be in battle with the very existence of ourselves, that's not going to help us. That's not where we need to be. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, you have 2. You have life purpose, nothing small, right? And determination. So this is the solar plexus chakra. And this is the third chakra. Blue is the third chakra. Yellow is the solar plexus chakra. There's a determination. You're fighting against a current that has held you back or that has kept you down. And you're kind of like, well, why is it so hard? It's like, well, you're fighting against kind of like a mainstream current, a mainstream way of seeing things. And that is perfectly fine. Like that's fantastic. A life purpose. Speak your life purpose. Do not be afraid to embrace your voice or your words. And do not let other people's voices and words define your path. Move forward in the way that you are growing and expanding for yourself. And that is just a beautiful thing, because you're going to find yourself drawn to books, to movies, to expressions that align with your purpose, that align with why you're here on this earthly plane. And it's going to give you a deeper insight into you. And it's going to open up doors in a spectacular way. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Now here we have the Ace of Cups. You can feel things a little bit too much, right? And there can be a fear of letting the emotions become overwhelming. So just be mindful about that you're trying to keep your emotions in check because you're afraid of them overflowing. And so Spirit is saying here, calm, center, balance, but let your heart speak to you. Do not think it always has to be so logical, so practical. That's going to be a very important thing. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, and that's the blackbird. It says the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now, and they are. You're seeing yourself in a different way. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter, like the past does not matter. It defines us, yes, but only to a certain extent. You are starting to see your magic, your power, your potential, the quality of what you want in life opening up. And you're starting to see yourself opening up in a way that is really quite extraordinary. It moves you then to your subconscious spirit message, which is, again, your solar plexus chakra. So listen to your gut. Make sure you feed it kindly, all right? And this is self-mastery. This is a real sense of knowing yourself, embracing your prosperity, your success, your intuition, and your determination. It brings us then to the subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. Be mindful of being too patient. I know that sounds like a funny thing to say, but it's like, oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. Oh, I have time. Oh, I have time. It's like, no, start creating now and don't wait for it to be perfect, because when it is perfect, it's only in the dreams. Like, it'll never be perfect. It'll never be as perfect as you have dreamt. It can be more than you had ever dreamt it could be. And a lot of times it's more frustrating, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I can't get this just right. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let that go. Be patient with yourself, but also create, cultivate, and open up those doors because it's time. It's time now. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, and that's the Four of Swords. We're healing, and we've been through a lot. And it's learning to trust your heart again, but it's also giving yourself time to rest. We poo-poo rest, right? We're starting to say, oh, sleep is really important. But a lot of times it's like, oh no, you just have to push harder. You have to, do your side hustles. You have to keep on going. You have to, do this and you have to do that. You can never stop. You can never rest. Rest is going to be very, very, very important to you. And it's actually going to be the way that you heal your nervous system. It's going to be a way that you connect with what it is that you want and what it is that you're looking for, Libra. So resting, it's not being slovenly. It's not like never getting out of bed, but it's making sure that you go to bed on time, and it's embracing the day, and it's going after what it is that you want. But it is knowing that you matter, and it's treating yourself kindly. All right. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed last half of June. Bye.